When you hear a tornado early warning siren, you know that danger is near and you must act quickly to protect your home and your family. In the same way, an IRS audit is like a tornado. It can cause incredible emotional and financial hardship. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could get an early warning siren that the IRS was preparing to audit you? Well, at Crypto Tax Audit, that is a service that we offer, a membership service to give you that early warning alert, to give you insight to what the IRS has on their accounts for you, and to provide a defense, a free defense of your tax return during a crypto tax audit. Let's look at 3 clients of ours that are actually going through a crypto tax audit, and we can see how this early warning siren occurs. Our first taxpayer did a high volume of trades on Coinbase, and Coinbase issued a 1099 form to the IRS to report the high volume of activity that he had engaged in. We see on the right, in the white, a little clip from the IRS account transcript, which is unique information that we pull for our clients, where we can look at activities that are happening in the life cycle of each tax return that they filed. And we go back 20 years looking at tax returns and monitoring tax returns for all those years. In this case, the taxpayer filed his tax return in a timely manner on July 16th, 2018. 2 months later, or 14 months later, on September 13th, 2019, the big IRS computers flagged his tax return for an examination, or what we call an audit. Now, he then receives a letter from the IRS. You see the top part of that letter there on June 24th, 2020. This is a full 9 months advance notice that he had of a pending IRS audit. Isn't this incredible? Now, what could you do if you had that advance notice? What can you do to protect yourself in your tax return and your assets? Well, I see 5 things to do. First, do a professional assessment of your tax return and how your crypto liabilities have been reported and all the other aspects of your tax return to make sure that it is as perfect as possible. Then, when you identify mistakes, fix those mistakes, and then refile the tax return. When you refile a tax return, it's called amending, and you do that before the IRS audit letter comes out, then you can avoid the 20 to 40% accuracy penalties that the IRS assesses when they find these mistakes in advance. Just avoiding those penalties alone will more than pay for the audit defense membership service for many years. Now, the fourth thing you might do during this preparation window is to start to gather up all your documents. Sometimes you have to work hard to gather all the documents that the IRS requests, proof of cash transactions, transfers between banks and exchanges, all communication and emails with all exchanges. It can be quite voluminous. Now, the fifth thing you might do is to look at your assets and make sure that you own them clearly and maybe take steps to protect assets that you have. Now, all this you can do if you get an early warning siren of a pending IRS audit. Let's look at our second taxpayer. Now, he knew or had a high expectation that he would get audited because he was amending a 2017 tax return with the goal of receiving a big refund from the IRS. The IRS always looks at requests for amended returns with refunds, and they look at them to make sure that they're not fraudulent, and they often do an audit just to verify that. So in this case, he filed his 2017 amended tax return on December 18th, 2019. Then the IRS computers flagged it for an audit on September 31st, 2020. Now, as of right now, at the recording of this audio, in late October 2020. We still have not yet received the audit letter. So we're already at a 3-month advance notice of a pending audit. We don't know when that audit letter is going to be arriving. It might, on average, it's about 6 months to 7 months. So we are waiting for that, but we're taking advantage of this time to get all our ducks in a row. Now, the third taxpayer illustrates some interesting things. He got selected for an audit because when he filed an amended tax return, he failed to report all his K1s. A K1 is like a 1099 for income that's derived from a partnership. He had 4 partnerships, he only reported 2. The IRS flagged his return 2 months after it was submitted for an examination, and what I learned from the auditor was that it was flagged because of the missing K1 information. But once they looked at the tax return and they saw all the cryptocurrency activity, the audit then got moved over to the cryptocurrency tax audit office, and it became a crypto audit. So it's important, if you want to avoid an audit of your cryptos, to make sure you do the other things in your tax return correctly. Now, one of the services we offer as transcript service, where we will pull the wage and income transcript from the IRS databases. This becomes available typically in June of the year for the preceding year. So if he had pulled and looked at the IRS wage and income transcript, and the return had been based off using that information, he would never have had this problem with underreporting his K1s, and he would have avoided a audit in all likelihood. But as it was, his exam was flagged in October 18th, 2019. 4 months later, he receives the audit letter. So he has a 4-month advance notice. You see the clip of the audit letter here, February 9th, 2020. So this is an interesting example of different ways in which 3 different people got chosen for audits, and how an advance notice can give you a tremendous leg up in protecting yourself and reducing your financial exposure. Now, at Crypto Tax Audit, we offer 3 levels of membership depending upon your budget. The best option is the Audit Defense membership, where we are doing the alert monitoring, where we check on a weekly basis to let you know if there's an audit flag set on your accounts. The transcript service, where you get twice a year an transcript summary of all the activity on all years of all tax returns, and as well as the wage and income transcript for the preceding year. And the defense membership, where you have free defense of your crypto tax return, which covers all the costs of an audit. Typically, an audit's going to cost between $10,000 to $20,000 for the representation services. The transcript membership is the same as the audit defense membership, but it does not have the free defense service. The alert membership is our entry-level offering, and it's simply, we're monitoring for alert. There's no transcripts, there's no free defense, but if we see an alert flag get set on your account, we send you an email notifying you that you have received your early warning for an audit. Now, who's the right person for this? Let's look at that. For audit defense membership, if people that are high risk, if you're a medium to large crypto investor, if you've received in the past a Coinbase 1099 or other exchange 1099, if you've been the recipient of one of the IRS crypto warning letters, 6173, 6174, 6174A, if you'd receive one of these, you know what it is, then you're obviously on the short list for the people the IRS to eventually audit. If you are choosing to amend a crypto return in order to get a sizable refund, you definitely want to become a member before you submit that amended return. And if you're someone who's been previously audited by the IRS, you are much more likely to be audited again, and that makes you a little more high risk. Transcript members, for people who don't seem to keep accurate records of your 1099s, not sure it's all getting to you, if you have ongoing tax debt issues, if you know you have audit risks, and if you want to see your tax transcripts on a regular basis, perfect membership level for you. For small investors have little at risk or low risks people, an alert membership is a fantastic price point. Now, all our memberships monitor any year that the IRS could audit. So you're not having to pay for a service for just 1 year or for a limited amount of time. We watch any year that the IRS would want to audit you for. We don't limit that. Crypto tax audit is a unique service that gives you the early warning alert and transcripts and a free defense on your crypto tax audit by the experts in defending people in crypto tax returns. Go to cryptotaxaudit.com and start receiving the benefits for yourself. Have a great day.